Hello, this is my music pack project. This is the static screen music that is going to be played in the menu. So when the game is open, the player is welcomed with a menu screen where the play button has to be pressed for the player to start playing the game and start killing the zombies. The music sample that has just been played will welcome the player, and I use this music sample as it can set the ambience for the player of a zombie game and starts to immerse the player in the game. For the in-game music, I'm going to use this song. And the other song in conjunction with this music is going to be played, this song. As the play button is clicked, the player is transferred to the game scene where the player can start shooting the enemies. This music sample that just have been played will be the background music. I use this music sample to continue immersing the player in the game whilst playing. This is the musical cue. It is going to be sound. It's going to be played like this. As the player kills all the zombies, the boss zombie will remain. The music sample named musical cue is played. This music sample acts as a stinger and notifies the user that something special is going to happen. This music sample is created in such a way to create a horror type of feeling. This notifies the player that the enemy that he or she must kill is different from other enemies and can be a challenging objective to complete. This is the cinematics song. This is going to be played now. This music sample will be played when the player finishes killing the boss zombie and flees the scene to escape the horde of the zombies. I use this music sample to help create the feeling of winning for the player and help the player feel satisfied that he had just successfully completed the game. This sample is going to be played as well in the game. This will be the sample where the player starts approaching a health pack, and this type of song will going to be played. This is used so that it can tell the player that he is approaching something different in the game, and can help him search for the health pack. This is the MIDI track that I have used. Some modifications that I have done to this MIDI clip was play the music at half tempo so that the whole clip can be played faster. Another effect that I have included is the scale effect, where the transpose was decreased by 2 semitones, and I also used an EQ8 filter to filter the bands and use the frequencies that I want only. And I also included a limiter for the gain, so the sounds will be heard better. This MIDI clip was used and hooked with a VST plugin, as seen here. Some tweaks were done to modify the plugin so that the song can be heard better. So I did I'm going to demonstrate the before and after the modifications were done to the VST. So this was the before. This was the before. And this was the after. So I used horizontal resequencing in Ableton to use these two tracks in the background. First, I am going to play this song, then it will change over to this song over here. So what I did, I chose the mixer and track volume for both songs, and once this track will come at this point, it will start fading out, until it reaches this volume level, and simultaneously this song starts gaining volume, and horizontal resequencing is done. So I used EQ8 filter for all three samples, and for this Peak Health sound effect I used a low cut filter, so the frequencies below this point are cut. So I'm going to demonstrate the sound before the EQ filter was applied, and this is after. For this I also used a low cut filter. This is and I increased the bands, the frequencies that are in this range to be heard better. This is the before the EQ was applied, and this is after. In the third sample I used a high cut filter, so the bands, the frequencies, the low frequencies are boosted. This is the before, and this is the after. So in this sound sample I also used a compressor for parallel compression. The sound sample has to be heavily compressed to increase the beefness of the sample. As you can see, the attack is slightly decreased while the release is increased. This was done to make the sample punchier. The threshold was decreased and the ratio was increased so that the sounds that are louder than this level are weakened whilst retaining the sounds that sound softer. The makeup button is activated as the volume of the sample was decreased when the above modifications were done. The makeup boosts the volume back up. So to have a better sound effect. So I used audio event parameters in my Fmod project. This was done by adding events, parameters, sorry. This button was clicked and the new parameter was added and it was renamed. I renamed it to game 1, and now when selecting the game 1 I added automation, and the volume automation can be seen here. I adjusted the volume first to be at minus infinity dB, and then at the last of the sample it will be 0 dB. So when the timeline moves, the sound will also be modified. Here this knob can also indicate the volume of the sound sample as the timeline is moving. I also used random clip in sound samples in Fmod. This was done by creating automation also in the healthpack approaching clip. The automation was added and the start offset was adjusted to 50%, and the start offset over here is adjusted to 44%, so that every time the player approaches a health packet, the sound sample will start at a random place. I also repitched this sample by decreasing this pitch to -1 semitone. So one of the above techniques that was most beneficial for my game is sample pitch tuning. The sound samples that I chose for this game were created on high pitch. I had to refine their tune to make them appropriate for my game. The game that I created is a first-person shooter where a player has to kill a horde of zombies and a boss zombie before successfully finishing the game. I wanted to create an eerie and somewhat scary ambience so that the player would feel more immersed in the game and have an amazing experience while playing it. The repitch technique helped me to create this ambience. The location around technique is also beneficial for my game. This technique was used when the player approaches a health pack. The change in music helps the player to notice that there is something different in the area that they are in. This helps improve my game to be more user-friendly and efficient. Although the music and the effects in the game are attractive, some alternatives can be made to make the sound elements be better. First, it would have been better if instead of adjusting the pitch of the sound sample, more samples could have been added to make the sound more effective. For example, drums could have been added to help create a better ambience and improve the experience of the player.